Eddie Rickenbacker's A Perplexing Bank of Fog, a thrilling WI adventure. In the bleak pre-dawn hours of World War I, amidst the cacophony of artillery and the uncertainty of the battlefield, one man stood at the forefront of aerial combat, Eddie Rickenbacker, America's ace of aces. Today, we delve into Chapter 17 of his memoir, Fighting the Flying Circus, titled A Perplexing Bank of Fog. Join us as we unravel the mysteries and tactical exploits of this extraordinary pilot on a mission that combined sheer bravery with the enigmas of warfare. It was precisely 3:05 a.m. at the Toul Aerodrome when Eddie Rickenbacker was abruptly awakened by the unmistakable resonance of heavy artillery fire. The intensity of the bombardment was unusual, even for the Western Front. Major Atkinson, alert to the anomaly, immediately issued orders. A reconnaissance patrol was to take to the skies at first light to ascertain the cause of this unprecedented activity. With a palpable sense of urgency, Rickenbacker dashed to Lieutenant Meissner's billet, rousing him and other key pilots. In a mere 10 minutes, they congregated in the modest kitchen, the aroma of hastily prepared coffee and toast permeating the air. The gravity of their mission necessitated swift action. Every moment was critical. At precisely 3:45 a.m., under the faintest glimmer of dawn, 7 aircraft lifted off the field. Visibility was minimal. The pilots could scarcely discern the tails of the planes ahead. Rickenbacker delineated a tactical formation. Meissner would lead 3 pilots at an altitude of 5,000 feet, while another duo would operate at 1,500 feet. Rickenbacker himself would execute low-altitude reconnaissance, skimming perilously close to the ground to observe enemy trench activity. Approaching the front near Seicheprey, a strategically significant area between Pont-à-Mousson and Saint-Mihiel, the pilots encountered a landscape shrouded in mystery. The terrain, typically undulating, appeared eerily flat, cloaked in a dense fog that clung stubbornly to the German lines. The persistent flashes of German artillery illuminated the mist, creating a surreal and ominous tableau. Descending to a perilous altitude of merely 100 feet, Rickenbacker deftly navigated the risks of terrain and enemy fire. His twin machine guns unleashed streams of tracer bullets into the German trenches. Yet, despite the intensity of German shelling, there was an absence of massed infantry, a perplexing contradiction to standard enemy assault preparations. The enigma deepened as Rickenbacker observed the peculiar fog bank, concentrated solely over the German front lines, a fog neither natural nor mirrored on the American side. This anomalous meteorological phenomenon defied conventional understanding and tactical logic. Unable to reconcile these observations, Rickenbacker elected to return to base to report and rearm. Replenished and resolute, Rickenbacker took to the skies once more, as dawn's first light pierced the horizon. The fog persisted, its ethereal presence continuing to obscure the German positions. Undeterred, he intensified his low-level assaults, capitalizing on the improving visibility to strafe enemy troops with greater precision. Spotting a conspicuously active battery of German 77mm field guns, whose rapid firing rates suggested a significant operation, Rickenbacker seized the opportunity to disrupt. Approaching from behind at a mere 100 feet altitude, he executed a strafing run along the line of guns. The effect was immediate and devastating. The gunners abandoned their positions in disarray, and the once fierce barrage fell silent. With ammunition depleted, Rickenbacker returned to the aerodrome. The pilots convened for breakfast, their conversations filled with speculation about the morning's strange events. It was during this gathering that Frank Taylor, a correspondent for the United Press Association, joined them. Taylor unveiled the key to the mystery. The American Gas Regiment had executed their inaugural offensive gas attack on the German trenches north of Seicheprey that very morning. The pieces fell into place. The Germans, roused by the onset of gas at 300 hours, misconstrued it as a precursor to an infantry assault. In response, they initiated an intensive artillery bombardment aimed at neutralizing presumed advancing forces. Unbeknownst to Rickenbacker and his squadron, their nocturnal foray had compounded the Germans' confusion and defensive efforts. Later that day, at Taylor's invitation, Rickenbacker journeyed to Baccarat. En route, they passed near Luneville, observing the apparent serenity of sectors once marked by fierce combat. Of particular interest was the proximity of the British Independent Air Force's Handley Page bomber squadrons, stationed a mere 12 miles from the front, an audacious positioning given the capabilities of enemy reconnaissance. Amidst their travels, a chance encounter with a family of wild boars presented an unexpected diversion. With characteristic boldness, Rickenbacker resolved to capture a piglet as a squadron mascot. Armed only with a walking stick, he orchestrated a tactical approach to isolate a juvenile boar. However, his plan was swiftly thwarted by the protective charge of an irate mother boar, a confrontation that necessitated a hasty and strategic retreat. Employing evasive maneuvers reminiscent of aerial dogfights, Rickenbacker narrowly evaded the boar's pursuit, ultimately leaping onto the car's running board. The episode concluded with a subtle exchange between the two men, wherein Rickenbacker nonchalantly downplayed the encounter, preserving his stoic demeanor despite the adrenaline-fueled escape. Weeks later, an invitation from a local mayor afforded Rickenbacker the opportunity to partake in an authentic French boar hunt, a traditional endeavor steeped in ceremonial significance. The assembly comprised seasoned hunters, villagers, and a contingent of beaters, all unified in purpose and ritual. Venturing into the dense woods, the hunters heeded the mayor's counsel, each selecting a tree for strategic advantage and safety. The beaters commenced their methodical advance, employing coordinated noise to drive game toward the waiting marksman. The atmosphere was charged with a blend of anticipation and caution. In an unexpected turn, a diverse array of wildlife, foxes, wildcats, deer, and boars, emerged in a collective procession. The proximity of the beaters, inadvertently aligned behind the animals, introduced a precarious dynamic. Rickenbacker, prioritizing safety and adherence to responsible hunting practices, withheld fire, recognizing the inherent risks. The hunt culminated with the successful acquisition of a single fox. The group reconvened at the village tavern, where the mayor extolled the virtues of the hunters and the unwavering courage of the beaters, who had braved significant hazards. The episode provided Rickenbacker with profound insights into local customs and the indomitable spirit of the French people during wartime. Reflecting on these experiences, Rickenbacker discerned parallels between the perils of aerial combat and the unpredictable nature of the hunt. Both realms demanded vigilance, adaptability, and a respect for the forces at play, be they mechanical, human, or natural. The convergence of humor, danger, and camaraderie underscored the complex tapestry of life during the Great War. Eddie Rickenbacker's A Perplexing Bank of Fog encapsulates the multifaceted reality of warfare, a blend of tactical challenges, unanticipated developments, and moments of levity amidst adversity. His narrative offers a window into the strategic mind of an ace pilot and the nuances of early 20th century military operations. As we reflect on his accounts, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities and human elements that define historical conflicts. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Eddie Rickenbacker's remarkable journey. If you found this analysis insightful, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with fellow history enthusiasts, and subscribe for more in-depth examinations of pivotal moments in military history. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest content.